Anyone got any suggestions? Start with sit out, start with stand up stuff.
Just your starting position, general, what you tell guys to do when they get down there.
We start, nothing too crazy. A lot of times we go with our feet. Kind of depends what we're going to do, but let's go toes flat a lot of the times. All right, right here. If you're an explosive stand-up guy, you're probably going to start here. All right. But a lot of times we just tell guys toes flat. All right. Your hands out, bend the elbows, kind of turn your elbows in a little bit. So just kind of right here. That's pretty much our basic starting position. That would kind of go over with our guy. Hide the shoelaces, elbows in a little bit. All right. Then bend it down. Nothing too different probably than what a lot of you guys are used to. We'll start with our sit-up series that we go over with our guys a lot, spend a lot of time here. All right, this position that we like.
Ben, is that out what you're going to tell your guys to do off the whistle?
Yeah.
Right,
So
you want to sit out right away off the whistle, that's our first goal? Or
it's one of two things. We either go sit out or stand up, off the whistle. And we'll go over both those things, is what we go over with our guys starting in the summer. And we kind of let them pick what they like to do. Are you a stand-up guy or a sit-up guy? So that's kind of the individual side. Some guys don't like sitting out. Some guys will sit up every single time. It's just preference. For myself, I don't know if I ever been supposed to stand up in college. I don't know the last time I would sit up. But not everyone's like that. So we'll go over, we kind of give the guys options. We'll work on stand up, 4-point stand up, and sit out. And then we kind of say, all right, you got what's going to work for you? What do you feel comfortable with? What's effective for you? That's what we want you to do. If it's a stand up, it's a stand up. If it's a sit out, it's a sit out. That's what we expect you to go to. We try to let them kind of develop their game plan. And we give them options. Now you get what's your game plan? What do you want to do? You kind of got to take the ball and run with it. We just try to give them options and stuff like that, so they can figure out what they want. Some guys,
it's not a sit hold position or pressure back and react off of him. It's
we try to go make that first move most of the time.
Okay.
Sometimes, every once in a while, it won't be. But a lot of times we tell guys, you don't want to spend too much time in your base. Don't spend a lot of time in your base. If you're on your stomach, you build your base, you get your base right now, you gotta get your feet, get your butt. Don't spend too much time there.
So I hear both. I hear a lot of gotta have the first move off the whistle out of the bottom. And then I also hear, you want to maintain close off pockets, and he's going to shift his weight to break you down, and then you can react and get off.
And sometimes it might depend on maybe how good the guy is on top of the position. We strategize a little bit. So that plays into it a little bit. Sometimes if the guy's really, really good on top, from the top position. Maybe you strategize a little more if you don't want to, explode everything yourself and put yourself in bad position right off the bat. So it kind of depends a little bit on the opponent, but at the same time, we don't want to focus too much on that guy. Where are you effective from? All right, where do you feel good at? Get to that position. All right, the sooner you get to that position, the better. That's kind of what we try to get in this thing. So first thing, we get into our sit out. All right, it's kind of the way a lot of people teach this. All right, CJ lines up on the left side. All right, I'm going to squish my feet away from CJ and drive back into him. All right, right here, driving back, and I sit all the way to my far butt cheek, right here. All right, that's how a lot of people teach it. Sit out. That's how we teach it most of the time. All right. So I'm squishing my feet away, and I'm driving back through this guy. Right here, knocking him back, all the way to my far butt cheek. All right. Try not to stop here. Let this guy keep this tight waist. Knock me over. All right. So we try to get all the way through this guy to our far butt cheek right here. Right to this position. That's what we're trying to get. All right, that's how most guys do it. Some guys like to sit out, the old school sit out, which is all right too. We got some guys that like that. So you're just here, mouth the whistle, You're just throwing your feet out right to this position. Right. Still landing on the opposite butt cheek. Right there. Alright. I don't think people teach that as much. I don't know. No, we don't teach that as much. That's how I actually prefer to do it. I like to sit out. Right here. Alright. Far butt cheek. My hips are underneath. Alright. Once we get here, alright, we work a lot from here before we really do any escapes or reversals, and just holding position. Alright. So the first thing we tell our guys is you don't want to be squaring your butt right here. Alright. If you get crunched, I'm stuck right here. Alright. So we always kind of want to be on one side. And the side I'm on, that leg's curled under me. My leg's curled under, my leg closes it up. Alright, so now, kind of just the drill we do from here is the top guy will just kind of move me around. So I get comfortable adjusting on my butt and using my hands. Alright, so CJ will start moving me, and I'll adjust. So pull me, I'll switch sides. So that's something we do a lot. It's probably one of the first things we do when we start working on our sit-out. Alright? It's just getting comfortable in that position. Most of the time the top guy's not real comfortable. Once I get to my butt, once I get here, there's not a lot he can do. So he's gonna try to pull me around, and he wants me to kind of panic and do this. He wants me to go back to here. Now he's comfortable again. Alright, so I gotta get used to being here, be able to hold my position and adjust and move, and kind of making him panic a little bit. Alright, make him panic a little bit. If he can't get me to turn back down, he's probably going to freak out a little bit. Alright? So we just get to our butt. Partner is going to work pretty hard and try to pull me back, punch me up, pull me to a side and break me down. And my job is to just stay on my butt. Right, so that's what we start with. I'm not even trying to get away. My goal is to just stay on my butt. CJ will pull me again. He'll start moving me around. Maybe we'll go 30 seconds. And I'm just staying in good position. All right, moving forward. He pulls me back. Get my hips back. If he pulls me to one side, I'm adjusting. He pulls me to the other side. Going over to that butt cheek. I'm really using my hands to help keep my balance and stuff like that. All right, so my hands are important to use. So that's kind of the first thing we do there, is just to get comfortable in there. A lot of guys aren't comfortable in there, so when the guy's just moving them, they panic and they turn down to their base. All right, they don't have that feel yet. It just takes some practice doing some drills like that. You guys got any questions on that? That's the first thing we do. Once the guys are adjusted that a little bit, now get to our butt. All right, this guy's moving me around a little bit. All right, when he kind of starts to slow down, he slows down a little bit, that's when I'm going to decide to pick a hand to attack. All right, we're just going to do a hip heist. All right? And the way we do it is I attack the cross hand all the time. I go cross hand right here. I'll attack this wrist, and now I'll go two hands to the wrist. All right, I'll go two hands to the wrist. Try not to come here, let this guy catch that cross wrist, break me down. All right, so that's kind of what you're fighting, is not letting the guy get a cross wrist. If he gets a cross wrist, I'm in trouble. All right, that's pretty hard to break when he gets that. All right, so I'm attacking here. All right, cross attacking, two hands. Now I post this hand in the mat. Right here, post it. I'm just going to arch and hip heist away from that arm. Right here. Get to my butt. Right here, he's probably going to be wrestling and moving me around. And I feel him kind of start to slow down. He starts to slow down a little bit. That tells me to look for the hand to attack. All right. He's not pulling me around. I can get my hands up. All right. Attack across. Two hands. Post. I'm going to hip heist. What happens a lot, this is where especially the young guys panic a little bit, is they do this. The guy grabs their wrist right here. All right, they grabs their wrist. That's fine. We're not too worried about same side wrist. So I'm going to post. I'm going to do is put my hand down. That's pretty hard to hold on to. So near side wrist, we're not too worried. Not too worried about that. Alright, attack. Here, he grabs that wrist, that's fine. This is fine. Alright. This, if he gets a cross wrist, that's not good. Alright, that's pretty hard to stop now. Alright. This is a challenge. You're probably not getting away. So we come here, we tell him, don't worry about that near side wrist. They grab it, you're alright still. You're alright. All you gotta do is post this hand. And cut away. Nothing changes. Nothing changes.
Are you always going away from the? Are you always going away from the hand? Or you have your hip heist and you turn towards the?
We always get placed away from the arm. I always tell the guys, kind of like on our feet, you know, I have this in my back pocket. I'm going to cut away from that. Now, if they ever get confused, just think of what you would do on your feet. Kind of the post and you can place it. Kind of the same concept. Alright, cross grab. You gotta go this way, cross grab, post, and I'm going away. Sometimes if you go this way, he catches your hip with his hand. I'll follow you around. Catch him, pull himself in. This guy who's good on top is probably gonna work pretty hard there. He's gonna not do whatever it takes and I'll let you go. So catch your hip, come here, cutting through this arm. Just like on our feet with our standing. Cutting through that arm. So you can't follow him. You guys got any questions with that? Hip ice?
Then tell them how they got to keep their kids from playing handsies. You know, just isolate a wrist. Like kids, you know how our young guys, as soon as the guy starts moving his hands, they panic.
Yeah, that, like what Coach Sprelly's saying, the top guy, when he starts to get busy, you know, the young guys panic. You know, there's a lot going on. There's really nothing going on. This guy, sometimes this guy can just start moving his hands and mess with you, and kids start grabbing stuff. They start grabbing stuff. They get distracted real easily, especially the younger guys, our freshmen, you know. And we tell them, don't worry about that. You know you got to get one hand, isolate a hand. If he starts grabbing stuff, you're not getting distracted. A lot of times what happens is the guy grabs this wrist, they have two hands here, and they let go. They try to grab this wrist. They fight this off, and now he grabs this hand. They fight that out, and now they say, oh crap, he has that other wrist. And they let go, they start grabbing this wrist again. Next thing you know, they're here. Alright? So they get real distracted by that top guy just kind of messing with them. Alright? And sometimes, I mean, like, the older guys too, and they know that, so they'll mess with them. You know, they'll hit them with their hands and try to grab the wrist of the guy. They'll start doing this. They'll bring their hands in here, and next thing you know, you got your hands tied up. It doesn't take much. It doesn't take much. So it's just knowing you're patient here. You're on your butt. You're using your hands, and you're being real patient. You're not in a hurry when you get here. All right. Obviously, we want to get out, so there's some urgency, but you can't be in a hurry. All right. A lot of body wrestling is mostly just about positioning, all right? Holding a position, all right? Knowing where you're going. You start flying around, you're probably going to get out of position a little bit. All right, a guy who's good on top is going to take advantage of that. So for me, it's about holding position, being patient. I know where I'm going. All right, I know I want this hand. I'm going to attack this cross hand. I don't care what he does with this hand. It doesn't bother me. I know what I'm trying to do. I know where I want to get. I get this hand, get that to the mat. This isn't bothering me. I'm not worried about that.
Guys, you guys don't have to worry about riding time, so you can be really patient. We got to get out in a minute, you know, or we're giving up a point.
Yeah.
You guys, you can get out in a minute and 59 seconds, and that, you know, the guy didn't get anything. You know.
So for us, there's kind of a fine line. You got to be patient, you know, but there's got to be a little bit of urgency. Fight that riding time, but you know, you don't want to be in such a hurry that, you know, the young guys especially, they do that. They get down there and they start flying around, and they're extending themselves, and their hands are always here. The guys just catch wrists real easy. They're in a hurry to get out. You know, they put themselves in bad position because of that. You know, so a lot of times it's about slowing them down, and just controlling the position. There's more positioning than it is speed on the bottom. That's kind of the the first thing we go over. All right, we work on just holding our base, holding our butt. All right, and the first thing we go on is our hip heist. All right, just hip heisting the guy. All right, the next thing that will happen. All right, there's a few things this guy might do. All right, one thing is he might try to tight waist chop you. All right, he's already on my belly with this hand. All right, he's already on my belly, so I sit out, and he might try to chop me. All right, try to chop me. If he does that, all right, when I start, I like to fight it a little bit, and really try to get him to pull me. All right, but he starts pulling, and now I'm going to go with it. All right, and all I do is stick my arm out. I like to hit my elbow right here. I go elbow to my tripod. All right, I try not to let my shoulder hit the mat. That's the hardest thing for our young guys, is they all do this. They fall right down and the top guy covers them. Right here. All right, so when he pulls me and I go, I'm doing this. All right, my wrist is out, so he can't grab my wrist. I'm not here. Grab my hand underneath. All right, I don't leave my wrist right here. Hand out, elbow out. Now, my outside leg's going as far as it can go. I'm really going to use up momentum and throw this around. To try to create some separation right here. All right. Now try to use this guy's momentum from him driving me to that shot. Trying to let him throw me that way. Drive back. I get here. He still has this weight. He's driving. All right. I'm going to use that momentum. All right. Elbow to tripod here. Kick forward. I have wrist control. And the other thing with this wrist control, all right, I'm pulling up on that as I'm going, guys. All right, I don't want it to stay down here low, tight on my waist. I'm pulling up as I go with this. To this position right here. Now, the biggest thing here, all right, is I got to keep moving. This guy's going to be following me. All right, that's the other thing we have trouble with our guys, the young guys especially come here, and they stop. And then the guy just follows them. They think they're just going to pop out. All right, so when I get to this tripod, it's important that this arm comes up. I'm moving. I'm running my feet there. All right. This guy's not going to stop wrestling. He's going to try to follow me. Again, right here, I'm on my butt. He pulls. I post, throw my outside leg, and I'm going still. I'm moving. Now, let's call this a high leg over. My outside leg goes all the way over, and I'm right here. I should have two hands on this arm, guys. Two hands on this wrist, and I'm kind of up. All my weight's on his shoulder. All right, real heavy. I'm going to wrestle for a reversal. All right, that's where I want to wrestle for. Especially if you have guys who are real good on top, or they're just struggling on their feet against the guy. All right. It's a good way to neutralize the guy a little bit. Okay. If you're getting taken down and you can't stop that guy, you go down, wrestle for a reversal maybe. This is a good option for that. All right, take that, take his neutral wrestling away from him. That's how you do that. Reverse that guy. So one more time. Sit back. All right. These guys tight waist. He's trying to chop me. He's really pulling. I post. I'm really throwing this. I throw it and I don't stop. I don't stop here. I'm still moving. High leg over. I got two hands on this. Two hands on this. I'm off my butt. There's a lot of weight on CJ. If you keep this wrist, keep this wrist. Maybe get out on the back. That's a pretty good position then, right here. You guys got any questions with that?
Do you have a name for that move?
Shrug. Just call it shrug. I don't make moves very much.
We call that a shrug, guys.
It's gotta be something.
You call it whatever you want. So that's one option. That's another option. Another thing we see a lot. All right. Is when I get here, see a lot of guys on top trying to pressure you forward, trying to crunch you up a little bit. All right. That's pretty common. And a big reason why we don't sit here is if I get crunched up here, I'm pretty much stuck here. I'm not going anywhere. If that happens, guys just do this. They just get to the belly. Okay? So when I sit the one butt cheek and I keep this leg curled under me. Right here. So now when CJ starts to pressure me, he's pushing. It's really easy to pop up to my knee right here. Right? Pretty easy to pop up to that side. Whatever side, maybe I'm on this side, CJ starts to pressure me. Pretty easy to pop up to my knee and start knee slide. Right here, he pressures. I feel that, I start popping up. Slide right to my knee. Alright. Just use this hand, keep my balance. But he'll keep pressuring me, I'm gonna knee slide 2 or 3 times. Right to my feet. 2 hands here. Once I get here, we're kind of pressuring into this guy. We're back pressuring into him. And cutting away. That's pretty important for us. We see that a lot as guys get here, and now they try to do this. They try to run and cut away. That's why I see a lot of guys get driven out of bounds. They get driven out of bounds. The guy just stays with them, or I'm running and I cut, and he just grabs my leg. Brings me back to the mat. So he pressures me, I pop up, knee slide 2 or 3 times. I'm here, 2 hands on this wrist. Kind of got a little angle on this guy too. I don't want to be directly behind him. Right here. When I step up here, got an angle, and I'm pressuring back into him. Alright. I'm holding my spot on the mat right here. Alright. Cut away. And a lot of times, we start in the middle of the mat, and I sit out, and I pop up and I knee slide 2 or 3 times. I'm probably going to be on the outside of the mat, toward the edge of the mat. All right, so maybe I get to my feet, I'm on this part of the mat. Out of bounds is right there. So I have to hold my spot on the mat. If I start running away, trying to get away, he's going to drive me right out of bounds. All right. That happens all the time. See that all the time, especially again the freshmen struggle with that. They get up, they start doing this. They're out of bounds. So they did all that work to get to their feet, and they got to start over again. All right, especially if you're going to knee slide 2 or 3 or 4 times, you're not going to be in the middle of the mat anymore. You're going to be up here. Out of bounds is going to be right here. Now I got to fight here. I got to stay in bounds. I can't let this guy push me off, so I got to pressure back into him. I got to pressure back into him and fight that. Right? Right here. Any questions with that? Anything else, Coach, on that?
No.
What do you do to prevent somebody from dropping down on the single?
Dropping down the field right here. When I'm cutting, if I kind of feel that, like he's dropping, I got to get this hand in here. I get that off my leg. All right. So you kind of feel it. I'm here. I have control. I feel CJ starting to drop. This arm's coming in. Maybe attack that wrist. Get him off.
The other thing that's real important is hold that hand that you put in your hip pocket. Hold that as long as you can.
Yeah.
Know your hips are clear before you let go of that hand. We try to hit that other hand with our elbow before we let go of it.
A lot of guys just like, and I'm staying in a good position when I cut. A lot of guys are just up here. They cut and they're like this. See a lot. We're standing straight up.
Whenever the top guy's shoulders are below your shoulders, you're not going to be able to cut out of there. You're not going to be able to cut out of there without him grabbing your legs. Cut from there, Ben. He's got your leg. You got to get your shoulders below his chest. Now, cut, Ben. You guys understand that? That's real important positioning. Real important. And I probably say that when we're working on cutting away, I probably say that 50 times. Our guys get tired of hearing it. Get your shoulders in the right place.
That's always a challenge for our guys. That's always just cutaways. You wouldn't think it is, but especially in college, because riding time is so important. All right, and if you're a good mat wrestler, top position is important to a lot of people. So they're not just going to let you go to get here. You're going to fight. So if we have guys that don't do the right things here, they don't get away. All right. So like coach said, my shoulders are lower than his. All right. I'm controlling this hand. I'm not here I'm not gonna let go and cut. I'm not even weight yet. I'm gonna hold this, I'm cutting through, now I'll let go.
You're risking staying close and maybe coming to an underhook with that as you turn.
Here. That's fine. Yeah. That's a good time to score. Right off an escape is a great time to score. You know, a lot of times this guy will let up a little bit. You know, I'm here, I cut away, no time to say, oh shoot. I'm gonna do a single or something. But get your underhook. Alright. That's a great time to score right off your escape.
You want to show them the side roll, Dan, or not? You want to do that? Hip roll?
Larry?
It's up to you. Show them the old Larry David. We call him Larry David. You don't want to do it? All right.
That's probably the main stuff we use from our sit-up, wouldn't you say, Coach?
Yeah.
Those are the positions we see a lot. So either this guy's kind of just hanging out here, he's kind of hanging out, moving you, so we'll probably attack the hand, post and hip heist, or he's trying to chop you, right, so we'll hit a shrug, or he's trying to crunch you up here. Trying to crunch you up, get your knee slide standing. And those are the kind of the three situations you see most of the time from sit-up.
Some of the times if the guy's getting really high with his head, like CJ's doing, we'll just grab his head and turn.
Something like that. That happens. All right. So coach said that guy's crunching you and he's really hanging. He's really hanging, attacking the head right here.
You can turn either way with that as long as you hang on to it.
Crunching and you're just kind of, you're going. Right here. Yeah. I guess the other thing that might happen sometimes too is the guy starts to crunch you and maybe he tries to cradle you up. And you're just catching the hand, the cross wrist, your head and chest are up. You're just turning out. You know he's a cradle down. Alright, and he starts to crunch you. That's one other thing. Some guys aren't cradle guys, they don't look for that, they just try to crunch you to get you to turn. They're just trying to get you to turn down. Some guys are crunching you because they want to cradle you. So CJ's crunching me. Boom, I feel that. My head and chest stay up. Alright, I'm attacking this wrist right here. I'm controlling this wrist. Alright, I'm just